And then between Flight 1 and 2, we made a number of massive upgrades. So there's obviously a massive upgrade to the launch pad. So we've got like a mini Niagara Falls here. The water pressure is so much that if it went straight up, it would actually destroy the rocket. That's how much water pressure it is. So it's like, wow. And it worked. Actually, went and looked at one of the first things I went and looked at after the second launch was to check out the launch pad, because obviously after the first launch we dug a pretty big hole. And honestly, it looked like there was no damage at all. Like you could just launch again, basically, for the pad itself. So it's great work by the team to radically improve the launch pad overnight. People always want to use the Statue of Liberty for stuff. Statue of Liberty is not that big. I was been there. I actually climbed up the Statue of Liberty in the tiny staircase a long time ago. But anyway, this is a big rocket, and it will get bigger over time. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys watched Kong vs. Godzilla. It's like one of the most insane movies I've ever seen, but it's kind of entertaining in its sheer madness. And the crazy thing is that our launch tower is bigger than Mechagodzilla, and it's going to do basically the same thing, but with the arms, catch the rocket. And when I tell people yeah, we're going to catch the largest flying object ever with giant mechanical arms, they're like, there's no way that's real. I mean, we could give it legs too. Just give it legs and have it tromp around. That'd be pretty cool. And then we're also going to build a second tower. Yeah. We're going to really be launching a lot, and we're going to be upgrading one tower while we launch from another tower, so 2 towers is important. And there are actually so many upgrades between Flight 1 and 2 that it would actually take hours to go through them all. But one of the biggest upgrades was going from hydraulic to electric of the engines. So that actually saved a lot of mass and complexity. So yeah, the electric TVC, I mean, it was just, this is one of the biggest upgrades. We also massively upgraded the heat shield. The engines themselves were massively upgraded. Literally everything on the rocket was there might have been thousands of upgrades between Flight 1 and 2. So really gigantic improvement between Flight 1 and 2, and also obviously many improvements between Flight 2 and 3. And then we've got a whole development plan to, like I said, ultimately get to a fully reusable rocket that does over 200 tons to orbit on a regular basis. Full reusability. Yeah. Hot staging. I mean, hot staging was a change that was basically, I don't know, just really within a space of 3 or 4 months, maybe less, going from previously just separating the rocket without anything to actually lighting the upper stage engines while the first stage engines are still thrusting and not blowing up the ship, that was an amazing achievement. So I was like, wow, and it worked. So I was like, wow.